And now, ease your mind and relax your thoughts on Guided Meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Oh boy. Hi everybody. Let's just roll our shoulders. Let's roll your shoulders just to start to get out all that accumulated anxiety, worry out of your shoulders. You know, anxiety and worry usually attacks your family first, but a lot of people will get anxiety attacking their shoulders. So roll your shoulders, roll them the way, you know, you ever see anyone roll logs where they're standing on a log in a competition and the logs are rolling and they're in water? Just roll your shoulders like that. Roll your shoulders. Let all that energy, let all that anxiety and worry, let it start to come out of you. All the worry about the fact that you will probably wind up in prison or a camp because of economics. The chances are, America has 25% of the world's prison. Roll that out of your shoulders that America has 25% of the world's prisoners and only 5% of the population. We live in an incarceration military-industrial complex, and just roll that out. Now, I hope you're in light fitting clothing because, you want your body to move. So hopefully some kind of clothing that is billowy. Hopefully your clothing is billowy, that it just like if you have a fan on you, your clothes would look like a pageant. When people are in a pageant and their clothes are just going all over the place, that's the kind of billowing your outfit should have. And with your in-breath, I want you to imagine yourself being bludgeoned in an alley. Imagine yourself being bludgeoned by an itinerant worker who doesn't have any money and he needs money, and this is happening all over the world now. So I want you to imagine that you were planning on going on a picnic with your beautiful, beautiful significant other, but you ran into somebody in poverty, which happens all the time, and they're bludgeoning you. And breathe that in, just breathe that in, and with every blow to your head, your orientation is becoming more and more suspect. At first you think you live in Ecuador, and then you think you live in North Hollywood. First you think you're a photographer, and then you think you're a studio engineer. You know what I mean? With each blow from the fire, you're getting hit with a poker from a fireplace. This itinerant worker is friends with Michael Peterson, who probably killed his wife with a blowpoke. That's what they call these fire. If you've ever watched The Staircase. Anyway, now with your out-breath, I want you to let it go that you were mugged viciously in an alley, and that you will be in a hospital. With your out-breath, I want you to realize that you'll be in a hospital for at least several weeks with nurses who were underpaid, and nurses and doctors who were overworked because our healthcare system is a disaster. And already over 1 million people have died. I think it's up to 1,300,000 people have died during COVID, which is not over. With your out-breath, realize that infectious diseases are increasing. Okay, realize that as you see a beautiful ball of golden light in front of you, that infectious diseases are in that ball of golden light. Polio, monkeypox, a new variant of COVID, and even more infectious diseases coming. Breathe that out, and now with your in-breath, I want you to breathe in the fact that you put all your money in cryptocurrency, and that market is completely tanking, and also somebody has just grabbed you and you're being held hostage in a frozen yogurt place. Those two thoughts at one time. I want you to breathe in that the crypto market has collapsed and all your money is in there. And when you found that out, you were thrust into a frozen yogurt hostage situation by a lunatic named Ned Stevens. Okay, breathe that. And now with your out breath, I want you to see yourself tied up by the vanilla frozen yogurt. See yourself tied up by the vanilla frozen yogurt, and the police have snipers on the roof, and one of their bullets just tore into your leg. One of the sniper bullets, because one of the snipers who's on the building opposite the yogurt place has an eye infection and he shouldn't be in work. But he didn't want to miss a day's pay, so he's a sniper with an eye infection, and he thought he had hit the hostage taker, the lunatic Ned Stevens, but he actually ripped into your leg. Breathe that all in. And now with your out breath, I want you to see the fact that the hostage situation is going very badly. But I want you to see another ball, this time of raspberry light, and inside that ball of raspberry light is a bookie, an old-time bookie who's taking bets on when the ecosystem will collapse. And he predicts in 5 years, as a matter of fact, Vegas now predicts the ecosystem will collapse in 3 to 5 years, and Vegas is usually pretty on the money. Breathe that in a raspberry ball of golden light is an old-fashioned bookie who's taking bets on when the ecosystem collapses. And now with your final out-breath, I just want you to see yourself being lowered into a grave. You're in a coffin and you're still alive. You're pounding on the top of the coffin. You're screaming, I'm alive, I'm alive. And the reason why the mourners can't hear you screaming is that there's an outdoor concert by a Led Zeppelin cover band that is happening right next to the funeral, right next to the cemetery. And they're doing a whole lot of love, if you know Zeppelin. And they can't hear you screaming, and the dirt now is being thrown on top of you. And just as they get you covered with the dirt, the concert ends.
And thanks for joining us for another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.